One of the things that you repeat, or it's part of like your core message, is like that signature methodology that you have.
Proven process, yes.
So tell me a little bit about that, just as a way of giving us perspective on how you guys work.
Sure. Yeah, so the way we try to manage our associations is no different than the way we manage our business. So at Affinity, we use Entrepreneurial Operating System, HOAs. Came from a great book by Gino Wickman, Traction. So we apply those concepts in our business. So right now, we're flowing those similar concepts down to our association. So our proven process is align, execute, deliver. So with the first step, which is align, is what we're trying to do is really align to the board's vision. What we've noticed within the market, what occurs a lot is that the board just doesn't feel like things are getting done. And many times they don't feel like things are getting done because they're just doing a little bit of everything. They're chasing what I call chasing rabbits. You can't chase two rabbits at the same time. You just can't. It's impossible. So what we're trying to do is, in business, you outline a 3, 5, and 10-year plan. For associations, that's just too far out. We try to outline a 1 to 2 year plan. What does that look like? What are your goals? What would success look like in a year from now for your association? From there, we work backwards and we say, okay, what are the quarterly milestones? What are the quarterly, what we call rocks or goals, in order to get to that objective? So then that way, the manager has clear direction on what they need to do. And on a weekly basis, they're reporting back to the board of, okay, am I on track? Am I off track? Why am I off track if I'm off track? And then that way, the board also knows what's the expectation, because that's where they quickly realize that where the manager gets pulled left and right. Oh, I need you to do this. I need you to do that. No problem. I can do that. But then does that mean that I put this other project
what is the priority
had on hold? And what I like to say is high priority, high impact. What's of high priority? What's of high impact? And that's where the focus and the energy needs to be. Is that always the case that it goes that way? No, I'll be honest with you, because sometimes the boards are not 100% aligned, but that's where we try to facilitate and we try to support and guide. That's really what we are. We're third parties. We don't make decisions on their behalf because they could change. They could change. Hey, we want to go from here to there, change direction and shift, or I want to pivot. I want to go here. Okay, that's fine. Let's set that aside, but let's be clear that that's what we set aside. And then next we go into our execute. So once we have a clear vision, then we want to make sure that we're on track for that vision. So on the execute side is one thing that we do is we're doing quarterly check-ins with our clients. So recently this past month, we're beta testing quarterly reviews with our clients. So we're sending surveys. How is our team performing? We're also checking quarterly with the board on that vision. Okay, we're 90 days in. This is where we're at. How are we performing? What's working? What's not working? It's the same thing we're doing with our staff. Our staff is what really makes Affinity. It's not, while us as the leaders within the organization, we drive strategy and provide input, but ultimately it's the team and the boots on the ground that make things happen within our associations. So we're checking in with them, checking their pulse. Like, where are they? Are they meeting? Are they aligned with the company's values? Do they get it, want it, have the capacity? And then where are they with the goals for the association? That way we know if we're aligned with our boards, we're aligned with our team members, then we're going to get to that vision. However, if we have a gap in one of those two, we're going to have challenges. And what we need to do is just talk about them. We need to have an open and honest conversation of, is there a boundary issue? Is there a timeline issue? Is there an expectation issue? Do we have a capacity issue within the association that we don't have enough staff to be able to execute that vision that you have? So it's really having that honest conversation with the board of directors. And then our last component is our deliver. So, we're proud to say that we're one of the only organizations that guarantee our work. So we provide financial guarantees. So if financials are not turned in on time, we'll provide a guarantee. We'll provide a guarantee that we're supporting your on-site manager, not leaving them there by themselves. So there's monetary impacts to us if we don't deliver that. And then we're at the moment actually outlining 2 other guarantees of how we're going to help save our associations money as well, that if we don't, then we'll be on the hook, because we have a big responsibility in supporting them and trying to keep costs as low as we can. We can't always keep them low. We have tariffs, inflation, interest rates, everything hitting us all at the same time. But ultimately, if there's ways that we can bring work internally, like do it with the internal crew, then we'll do our part to support them there.
And I only ask that because I feel like having a clear vision is what actually makes or breaks this meetings that we have, like understanding how you guys have a methodology to carry that forward to help people understand.